Before I get into all of Moussacre's development up to this point, I'm going to play the trailer real quick. I showed you that to give you some perspective. Want to see where it started? But I'll get into all that in a moment. First off, hey, name's Nick Dinoli. I'm the developer of Moussacre. I handle the level design, the programming, the music, the art, basically everything you see and hear before you. Though I do anticipate some help in the future. More on that another time though. Now it's no secret that this project is obviously inspired by Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie. I mean, after all, Steamboat Willie and everything in it is in the public domain, and we got some special titles out of it like Mascot Horror, and Mascot Horror. Wonderful. Alright, now I know it seems like I'm shitting all over Mascot Horror, but it's not for no reason, right? It's the same tired concept over and over, but I understand why people do it. It's very popular. Positive attention, negative attention, it doesn't matter. Marketing is marketing at the end of the day. You got people talking about it, you're all good. But the obvious caveat is that when your product has the same idea as 100 other products, the novelty of it wears thin. Just because it's something popular, it doesn't mean it lasts long. A lot of the time, the popularity lasts within this very small bubble, and then it pops, fizzles out, it's gone, it's over. Mascot Horror just doesn't stand the test of time, at least not usually. I mean, look at Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. As quickly as it became popular is as quickly as it vanished. But you know what will stand the test of time? The Mickey-related products that actually take the time to make something great. The Mickey-related media that makes good use of the source material and makes damn good games and films out of it. That's what I want to do. This is Moussacre. Our protagonist has spent nearly a century in prison being forced to star in cartoons. He was sick of it all, and he was ready to break out. He overhauled his identity, cut off his ears, let his fur grow out, ripped off his buttons, chopped off his tail, grew a bit of a beard, and even adopted a prison name, Mousetrap. He was finally ready to escape, and so, he did. Now, in a desperate escape from the cops, Mousetrap zips through the streets at high speeds, ripping them apart with his machete. Now being free from his nearly century-long imprisonment, he's finally gonna take what he believes he rightfully deserves. Color. The pain of only being comprised of black and white has pained this mouse since his very inception. Even if he has to find it out in the world, even if he has to violently rip it away from others, he will take this color by any means necessary, and that includes raiding the Hue Fortress, a massive tower said to house the ultimate source of color, the Prisma Diamond. Over the top? Maybe, but I wanted to integrate Mickey's history into the story in a way that's more than just horror. I want to have fun with it. Now you probably noticed all the little tricks I used to dodge trademark infringement. Now while Mickey is free from copyright law, trademark law is an entirely different beast. That's why I changed his design a little bit, gave him a prison name, and if I just change those elements without having some kind of narrative reasoning why, it'd be a little bizarre. But fuck all that. Fuck copyright law, fuck trademark law, who cares about any of that? You came here to see how the Moussacre demo came to be. Let's do it. I'm gonna preface this by saying all these recordings have pretty bad quality. I wasn't all too familiar with using OBS at the time. Really only started getting a handle of it like maybe a month ago. Regardless, the point is to convey the different phases of Moussacre, and unless your eyes literally don't work, you should be able to tell what's happening just fine. Alright, so the first clip is where it all starts. I'm using Game Maker Studio 2 for this project, in case you were wondering. Since I'm making a platformer, the top priority is the mechanics. I had to make sure the character can do everything like jumping, attacking, dashing, sprinting, wall jumping, etc, etc, etc. Additionally, it all has to feel good, obviously. I made sure to straighten all this out before I even touched the mouse. Alright, let me rephrase that. Mechanics first, animating Mousetrap over everything else later. If I animated everything first, it would cause problems if I wanted to change mechanics and their timings afterwards. I'd have to go back to animations to remove frames, add frames, basically just waste a bunch of time. Fuck that. If the game feels good to play as a literal square, it'll feel even better when real visuals are added. And damn did it feel good to play. I was zipping and zooming everywhere. All my actions were responsive, I could cancel most of my moves into other moves. Really the only problem was how tight I made this test level. It was too restrictive considering how absurdly fast the character was. Thankfully that's separate from the character, so fixing that later wouldn't cause any problems. By the way, if you're wondering what the collision colors represent, the pink is just normal walls and floors, while the green prevents being able to wall jump. And one more thing, the smiley face you see here is the one I put on the robot enemies from Oblivion Eagle, which was my first game I released. Maybe I'm nostalgic for this face, I don't know. He's cute, ain't he? Next we got... Right, okay. So before I designed Mousetrap, I was just going to use Mickey Mouse's Steamboat Willie design, wholesale. Why I decided against it? You'll find out later. For a while, this is what it was. Aside from the drastically different design, everything should look pretty familiar here. He's fast, he's fluid, he's mobile, he's Mousetrap. Or he'll be Mousetrap soon. I drew every frame with a computer mouse since the drawing tablet I have is very hard for me to use, personally. Outlines first, then solid colors, nothing too crazy. Animating takes ages though, but considering the result, I'd be happy to do it again and again. It's just fun drawing characters and seeing what everything looks like when it all comes together. Now, everyone's been saying it, so let me address it here. Yes, there's heavy Pizza Tower inspiration here. And I fucking love Pizza Tower. Wanna know how much I love Pizza Tower? That much. That's how much I love Pizza Tower. Now, there'd be no sense in just making the same game again, so you'll come to find a lot of differences as you play it and as you see it being developed. The gameplay mechanics, audio design, all that stuff. Look, an enemy! Barely. It's hard to tell, but the sprite is the smiley face from earlier. He doesn't do anything, but he makes Mousetrap do a funny hurt animation upon contact. Mousetrap also has new animations for landing and sprinting. The landing is very slight squash and stretch when he's at normal speed. As for sprinting, he'll do this goofy shit when his speed is somewhere between normal and top speed. It's basically the transitional animation. Oh no, they brought company! Don't worry, they're still useless. The new thing here is hitboxes for all three of Mousetrap's base attacks. His spin slash for hitting horizontally, his double jump for hitting above, and his dive for hitting below. Fun fact, these three moves aren't just for attacking, they're all very practical movement options as well. When we get to the giant test level, you'll see the sheer power of these moves and how they basically turn Mousetrap into Spider-Man. Not literally Disney. You just wait until 2057 though. I'm coming for that ass. I added particles a bit later for when you killed the enemies. Obviously these changed later in development. I liked them personally, but people were saying it looked like candy, and I could see where they're coming from. Wanted to make something a bit more bloody. Minecraft? Anyway, I made some very ugly tiles that were never meant to be in the final game. I wanted to try out the tile feature since I've never touched it before, so here's my first ever attempt. You can also see some work in progress background elements like some buildings, a statue of Walt Disney, it's not Hitler guys, stop saying that, and a lovely billboard. This background is going to change throughout the clips. I don't know why Mousetrap is so close to the bottom right of the screen. I think I fucked up the OBS capture. But regardless, it's just showing him running around and interacting with the environment. This isn't the cool test level like I was talking about, by the way. This is the lame one. The cool one is coming up next. As shown here, you can really freestyle on enemies with all your moves. I think that's the really beautiful thing about this game. Both in combat and level traversal, you can use your moves in so many different ways and get all kinds of results. It's very expressive, similar to what you'd see in Super Smash Bros. Melee's mechanics. Check this shit out. Now this playground doesn't have all the cool stuff yet, but it's a great foundation for experimenting with the movement. Granted, I was still practicing how to utilize everything. But as you can see, your spin slash lets you glide horizontally, your double jump propels you upward, and your dive immediately starts moving you towards the ground. These functions are the very core of Moussacre's identity. They let you move however you want, when you want. Having these attacks be useful for movement means less buttons for more options, and I think that's extremely important for 2D platformers, which typically have simpler control schemes. And when you mix in all these wall jumps, you're basically fucking flying. It's just awesome. Oh yeah, almost forgot. New tiles. I was originally going to stick with these, but I thought they were too plain and needed shading, so I got to them later. Oh, and Mousetrap has health now. Nothing to take it yet, but there it is. Here are the collectibles, and a work-in-progress version of the level theme. Since Mousetrap's whole thing is collecting color to add meaning to his miserable life, you're going to see these everywhere. They're gems because I wanted to make them thematically in line with what Mousetrap is ultimately trying to get. The Prisma Diamond. Why are they fruit? I mean, I just thought it'd be cute. Fruit are known for their wide variety of rich colors, so let's make the gems look like fruit. I guess since we're on topic, would you believe me if I told you I was colorblind and making a game where the whole point is color? Waiting for someone to tell me I made all the fucking gems brown or something. Oh, and they have sounds when you collect them too. Each color makes a different sound. Actually, I just added a bunch of sounds in general. I feel like I should have mentioned that at the start of this clip, and it didn't dawn on me until after I got to this point of writing the script. Anyway, Mousetrap makes noises when he jumps and slashes. I voiced it myself, by the way. However, a lot of sounds are still missing here, so you'll hear more added over time. Whoa, you look different. Yeah, this pig cop's colors are way more muted here than in the demo. Aside from that, he doesn't do anything yet. He's off duty and watching someone feed chocolate to an old lady's dog. I hate when that happens. Let's kill him. Mousetrap went to the bar with Shovel Knight and learned a few tricks from him. Where he found the time to do that? I don't know. You can really see the beauty of the movement here too. Bounce your heart away, man. The cops changed their clothes. I guess this shade of blue is an angrier color because now they attack. They also react when you're running towards them because they know what's about to happen. They've seen what this mouse can do. They don't like seeing me? Fuck them. Fuck all of them. Now we got snake cops. Yeah, the cops are pigs and snakes. They forgot to bring their ammo today, but that just makes them easier to kill. If you have a sharp eye, you'll notice they're a different shade of green here than in the demo. They're also this shade in the trailer. Some people suggested I make them brighter so they were easier to see. So I did. Oh shit, he's armed! Yeah, bullets. If they hit you, they turn into devils. But if they hit the walls, then they turn into angels. Neat. Mousetrap also has a few more animations, being pressed against the wall on the ground and sliding on the walls. Gives him a bit more expression. I also added health pickups and bigger gem collectibles which are based on fruit baskets. You also get stunned if you bump into enemies now. This is different from if they hit you with an actual attack, which will take health away from you instead. And this is just too cool to watch. Seeing Mickey finally free from the public domain and just murking these dudes with such style, it's really what Moussacre is all about. Whoa, what the fuck? Well, time for the explanation. I changed Mousetrap's design because I started getting cold feet about using the other design. I was confident before that using Mickey Mouse the way I was wouldn't cause any issues with trademark since I wasn't advertising this as a Disney game. However, as 2024 started getting closer and closer, I began getting paranoid about the consequences. Even if I was legally in the right, what if Disney tried to pull some shit? They have the money to bully me to drop this project. And so I did what I thought to be safe. I changed Mousetrap's design just enough to not possibly infringe on any trademark at all. I went to you guys on Discord for help because I wasn't really sure how to go about it. And we all came up with this. So, thank you for your collective effort. Honestly, I prefer this new design anyway. While this game is based on an existing brand, I still want to make it my own. And having my own unique interpretation of the mouse helps solidify that. Thankfully, making that change only took like a couple days, so I didn't lose that much time. No harm, no foul. Before we get to the last clip, I have a present for you. You love glitches? I sure do. I sure do. Jesus. Alright, anyway, I now present to you the first level without any decorations. Or at least like the first few rooms of the first level. Again, pink is just normal collision, and the green ones are off screen so that you can't just wall jump on thin air or above and out of the stage. This is it. Everything has come together to create this very level. It's fast paced, frantic, but most importantly, fun. I also added some additional hazards and interactable objects, just for a bit more variety. Enjoy. And that was the last development video I recorded before the trailer. As you see the demo now, you'll notice that it's come a long way. First we were a smiley face sliding in the void, then we became a legally distinct Mickey Mouse running an ugly alpha world, and finally we became legally distinct Mickey Mouse kicking untold amounts of ass in the city. He's Mousetrap, baby. As I continue developing Moussacre, I want you all to know something. I didn't get this far on my own. I may have created everything by myself up to this point, but that's only part of the process. Everyone on my Discord server, all my close friends and family, without all of you providing feedback, testing the game, sharing it around, providing moral support, Moussacre wouldn't be what it is right now. And I genuinely mean that. And if this is your first time here, I invite you to be a part of Moussacre. Be the reason why this game becomes the best it can be. Seeing people play it online, seeing people writing words of praise about it on articles, it's this amazing feeling that I can't even put into words. I hope to build a thriving community out of this game that I have a deep love for creating, and I want you to be a part of that community. If you want to see these little development clips that I've been showing you right as I create them, I put them right on my Discord server. Come join us, link is in the description. I also have a Kickstarter that's set to launch sometime later this year in 2024. In fact, the pre-launch page for it is live right now. Link is also in the description. The goal of the pre-launch page is to get as many followers as possible. That way, when the campaign finally does go live, it can have a strong and thriving launch. If you want to be someone who says you've been there since the beginning, and if you want to get cool rewards out of it, go ahead and check it out. Even if you're not sure if you're going to support it in the end, still follow it. You can change your mind later. And of course, check out Moussacre on Steam. Link is in the description. There's a free demo available, and you got a treat waiting for you. Thank you for watching my very first devlog. I'll have some other ones sometime later this year, I don't know when. But until then, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you liked what you saw. I'm Nick Dinoli, and I'll catch you guys later.